Now, since the outbreak of COVID-19, many schools have resorted to online learning, but many learners, particularly in rural communities, have been left out due to a lack of resources. In an effort to bridge the education inequality gap, the South African Human Rights Commission and the University of Cape Town's online high school have partnered on an initiative that aims to accelerate access to online learning for girls and children in rural areas. The program is set to kick off in KwaZulu-Natal next year. We're joined on the line by Sibusisiwe Myeni, who is the CEO of Imbeleko Foundation. Myeni, thank you very much for your time this afternoon. So this program particularly focuses on the Valley of 1,000 Hills. That's about 50 kilometers from Durban in KwaZulu-Natal. Why was this area in particular identified?
Thank you for having me. So we actually approached UCT Online High School. So when I heard about them having established the school as an alumni of UCT, as a top university in the country and in Africa, I was quite thrilled, and I really wanted children in our community to get that opportunity. So that was, firstly, we're really excited that they're creating an opportunity for learners to choose any school, especially as for an institution as established as UCT, irrespective of their circumstances. We're also quite excited about the Human Rights Commission's mission to promote equal access to basic education, particularly for girls, as an organization that has been working for 10 years, focusing on rural, talented but vulnerable children. And our beneficiaries happen to be 80% girls.
Why the Valley of 1,000 Hills? You could have chosen any place in the country.
Well, historically, I think a lot of people would know this, the Valley of 1,000 Hills was impacted by HIV and AIDS for the longest time. And so its growth as a community, as a rural community, has really just not been as other communities. And also there's a lot of single mothers. We work a lot with single mothers who are either unemployed or are earning a minimum wage. So a lot of them are raising not just their own children, but are guardians to children of family members. And a lot of these kids are talented. So we have been working in the Valley of 1,000 Hills for the past 10 years. We've worked with hundreds of children in this community who've gone on and thrived and gone to universities across the country and internationally and done well. The only challenge we had is a challenge of technology. So when this opportunity came, it was, we had to knock on UCT's door and say that we are ready. We've done a lot of work with these children after school, offering them holistic education support, mentoring, and as well as psychosocial support. So we felt that we're the right partner with the track record that we have for us to work with them and ensure that the rural children got quality education.
Exactly how does it work? Do you have a hub where these children can go to access this data, which is quite expensive in the country, leading to many people not having access?
Yes, we actually just finished building a digital academy where kids come after school. So over the past 10 years, we've been working at schools as our bases, but this hasn't quite worked the last 18 months due to COVID. In this community in particular, our kids have been going to school only once a week because of the size. They about 100 kids in class in high schools. So with COVID and social distancing, they could only go to school once a week. So we built this digital learning center right at the beginning of COVID to ensure that kids had a hub to come to so that we could augment school and help them with their schoolwork, homework, and tutoring after school. So we do have space, and we are in the process of building more space because it is critical that we're able to help more than just the 14. And over time, we hope that we'll be able to demonstrate that this is the future and be able to, ensure that other companies and, are able to come on board over time and support rural girl children in other communities.
A big congratulations on that, right? Because it's such a big gap that you are filling. I wonder what other support is given to these young people. Some children in the most vulnerable areas of our country survive on one meal a day. So how are we making, or creating an ecosystem that will allow them to then come and enjoy online learning without having to worry about basics?
Yes, so our academy actually offers holistic support. So we have a kitchen where we'll be able to provide meals. We have a garden where they also help out in the garden to ensure that they're able to plant their own vegetables that are then cooked in the kitchen. So we also have a mentorship support that we offer them, and we have various psychosocial programs that they go through. So our support is holistic. This is truly a home away from home for them. So even in our conversations with parents of these 14, we've said that this is a collaboration not just with the Human Rights Commission and UCT Online High School, but with them as well, because we are not taking their children away from them. They are still fully responsible, but we need to walk this journey together. So they need to make this a home as well as them as parents. They have a responsibility. So it is a home for everyone.
Let's use this as a teaching moment, if you will. What is Imbeleko, and why did you name the foundation Imbeleko?
So Imbeleko is the cloth that mothers use to carry babies on their back. And when I was growing up, my grandmother used to say that a mother has an opportunity to feel the heartbeat of the child, has an opportunity to feel a mother's heartbeat when they're on their backs. And that was, that became the best name for our organization, because we believe that's what we do. And it's not just us doing this work. We work with various partners, and, in this particular instance, HRC and UCT, and it's really to just help kids to thrive and become, the best they can be, to dream dreams that they never thought were possible for them to dream, and to become global citizens that are empowered to get the best education and come back and support their family.
I'm reminded of the words, may all who come behind us find us faithful. I'm sure your grandmother has found you faithful. Thank you. Busisiwe Mieni, CEO of Imbeleko Foundation.